Hello guys, Robberbat1 here, and today coming up to you with my top 5 best decks of the September 2017 format. Now this list is only going to be valid until Circuit Break because we're going to be getting Spirals then, and Spirals are the honourable mention on this list because as soon as we get Double Helix, it's going to take up the number 2 spot easily. It will push every other deck back. In my opinion, the number 1 deck is just too good not to be considered the best deck, but, you know, my opinion, personal opinion. Tell me what you think of this at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well, guys, because, you know, I make these videos. You might enjoy them. Go on, press that subscribe button. But yeah, so the honourable mention obviously is Spirals. We'll just start off with that right off the bat. Don't want to get really too much into it, but yeah, so this video is just going to be our top 5 best decks, including the honourable mention of Spirals. So, why is Spirals an honourable mention? Well, as soon as we get Circuit Breaker, Spirals will be getting Double Helix. So easily that deck, in my opinion, becomes a good deck. So no really other opinion, nothing really to say other than that. But yeah, just gonna grab me some water. Put that there for when I need. No, I need it now. but yeah, Spirals are easily a good deck as soon as this comes out. As soon as we get Circuit Break, so honourable mention to Spirals because they deserve it. So yeah, let's go. As soon as we've done the honourable mention, let's just go straight on to number 5. So at number 5, now number 5, I feel like the deck didn't really get too hurt too bad. I feel like the deck does deserve to be on this list still. It did get really hurt by the ban list. I'm not saying it didn't, but even still, the deck is still very viable. We saw it in the OCG, and we're going to see it here as well, in my opinion. And this deck is True Dracos. True Dracos are a deck. True Dracos got a very heavy hit on the ban list, losing 2 Ignista, 2 Return, and all of their Dynamite Knuckles. But even still, even though they've lost all of this, they are still going to be a very good deck. Now, why am I saying they're still going to be a very good deck? Now, they still have first of all, they're still going to be very consistent. They lost consistency, yes, through the 2 Ignis and the 1 Dynamite Knuckle. They did lose the consistency there. But even still, the deck will still have free Diagram, it will still have free Terraforming, and it will still have free Masterpiece. And those free things are going to be very, very useful. The deck may have lost 5 monsters. Yes, 5 monsters, but you still have free Majesty Maiden. You still have the 1 Ignis to set your spell and trap cards from deck. And even still, and you'll still have the free Masterpiece, which you can turbo into. So that is one of the main reasons why this deck is still going to be competitive in the TCG for this format. yes, but there's also other reasons. Other reasons why this deck is going to be the 5th best deck in this format. Now, when you're looking at the whole format in general, you've got to think, what is going to be good? And looking at the OCG, we saw Dracos being a very good deck over there, even when they lost 2 Masterpiece, 2 Diagram, and I believe 2 Terraforming. They were still a very good deck. You know why? Because of the engines they could run. The engines that Draco can run are very simple. They can run in the Invoked engine for Mechaba and Purgatorio to do tons of damage and to negate tons of other things. They can run the Wind Witch engine, being able to make a Crystal Wing, turn 1, and still being able to make a Masterpiece alongside it, which is still very broken. And they can also run the Spellbook engine, allowing them to gain additional advantage. Now, knowing this, the deck does have a lot of flaws still. It has lost a lot of consistency, not being able to get to their traps as easy without Dynamite Knuckle, not being able to get to their spells as easy without 2 of the Ignis. Now, I believe they were already running 1 Ignis, so that wasn't really a big hit, but Nonetheless, it's still a hit. It stops the deck from being as powerful. But even still, you still have the Spellbook engine where you can just normal summon, get a knowledge, draw 2 cards. That's to dig through your deck. Even getting you to the diagram even quicker. You can play the Invoked engine, being able to make a Mekuba, just so you can be able to, like, oh, I don't need this spell or trap card that's in my hand, or this monster, I can just discard it to negate anything during my opponent's turn. They still have that. Plus, they also have the Wind Witch engine, as I said, which will allow them to summon a Crystal Wing. And even still, they'll still have their normal summon, so they're going to be able to make a Masterpiece as well. So, in conclusion, all of these reasons make Draco still a very viable deck in this format. Purely because, with all these engines in tow, sure you can't run every single engine, but I'm sure you could fit at least 2 of the engines in. Like, you could make Invoked Windwitch True Draco, or Spellbook Windwitch True Draco, or Spellbook Invoked True Draco. Like, you can mix these engines in very easily, and they're very splashable into True Draco, and because of this reason, I feel like True Draco are just going to be still a very good deck in general at number 5, because of with all these engines compiled into one, the deck really does make sense to just still be a good deck in the format. Masterpiece still being here, Diagram still being here, and Terraform still being here, definitely still going to be a very good deck in this game. So yeah, guys, that's number 5. Let's go on to number 4, because of True Draco are definitely still a good deck. So, to number 4. So, at number 4. Now, for number 4, I did think quite a bit about this, because it was like, oh, this deck came back to full power, this deck has a lot of good cards, and this deck has a lot of different combos and builds. So, what deck is this? It's kind of obvious, it's Lightsworn. Now, why is Lightsworn the 4th best deck in this format? Now, let me tell you right now, let me just tell you. Even with Ash Blossom in the game, even with all of these other cards to stop them, they are still a very good deck. Like, Lawn Mowing, mill 20 cards, that's still going to be very good. If your opponent doesn't draw the Ash, then you're amazing, and there's no guarantee that your opponent will draw the Ash. And because of this fact, it's still going to be very good. Like, literally, if you open the left arm, you can normal summon a Ride and activate your Brilliant Fusion, send 2 cards, then use left arm, searching the Lawn Mowing, then mill 17 cards. 17 cards out of your deck, which could have a potential Snow in it. It could have a potential Zombie, Mizuki, and a Shiranui Solitaire in it. It could have Eclipse Wyvern in it to banish JD or Punishment Dragon. It could have so many different options, and that's just one variant of the build. There's also there's also other variants where you can play the triple Omega build, where you just make multiple Omegas turn 1, and then neg 3 from your opponent's hand. There's also there is also the 60 card build that I just talked about, where you're milling tons of different cards, and there's the boss monster build of Lightsworns that will allow you to play double BLS, because the Zombie engine and the Twilight Swans are now Darks. You'll be able to play triple JD and a Punishment or 2. I would personally play 1, but Punishment Dragon will just be able to be very good as well. Like, Lightsworns have so much advantage in this format that I could actually easily see them being a very good deck. Like, think about it, guys. If you have the ability to make if you have the ability to make a JD Punishment with a Snow on board, that's very close to 8k, and you haven't even used your normal summon yet. And also, there's also other variations where you can play the Link build, which can make, I believe, double Firewall. Like, Lightsworns have so many different variations, and with them having Honest back to 3, with them having Charge back to 3, they have a lot more consistency now, and a lot more damage, because of, if you open a Lightsworn and triple Honest turn 1, I don't see you losing. I honestly don't, because you could be like, oh, attack your monster that let's say has, I don't know, 2,000 attack. You attack into that monster. You're going to be dropping triple Honest on them. So they're going to be taking maybe a minimum with if you're using it on a Lumina, of 5,000 damage. 5,000 damage, guys. That's a lot. And if you can somehow make that Illumina attack twice, that's game. Right there. So, yeah, with all the different builds of Lightsworn, I just feel like Lightsworn really deserve to be at number 4 because they have just so many different builds and so many different strategies they can have, such as the 60 card variant, which is just like mill tons of cards. They also have the Minerva variant at 40 cards that just allows them to constantly mill, draw cards, and then set up. They have the rank 4 variant as well, the Link variant, the Boss Monster variant. There's just so many different variants of Lightsworn that I really do think that they will be on the number 4 spot. So, yeah, guys, number 4 goes to Lightsworns. Let's go on to number 3. So, at number 3. Now, number 3 is a very easy one to talk about because it's one that actually does make sense quite a bit. It's one that really got the boost as soon as Zoo and True Draco got hit quite a lot. And this deck is World Chalice. Now, World Chalice at number 3 does make sense. Now, they did get hit a little by losing an Emerald. By losing Emerald to 0, but they still have a lot of plays. Such as they also got a boost from gaining 2 Rescue Rabbit. Because the World Chalice, their main concept right now is to make multiple firewalls and then make an extra link to be able to just be like, oh, you can't have an extra deck, people. That's my area. And like all these different, and just being able to easily do the extra link combo is just insane in general. So with this as well, it just makes it even better. But they also have the Rescue Rabbit thing, where they can just be like normal Rescue Rabbit, summon 2 normal monsters from deck, make Imduct, and then make a Lee, and then make a, if you've drawn into Chalice, you're going to be able to make summon a Chalice, and then the Legacy Chalice, I believe it's called, I can't remember what its actual name is, and then you can link into an Aram and summon 2 from the deck. So that just is a plus, that's a +2? Nah, it's a +1. I think it's a +1. So you're gaining an additional monster plus more advantage. So, and you can also be summoning a Lee off that monster to gain another monster to hand, so that would make it a +2. So you're gaining a lot of advantage from this deck as well in general. And sure, the deck may not be super consistent, but the deck does have a lot of plays now thanks to Rabbit being at 2. It wasn't as consistent without the Rabbit, but now with the Rabbit it's going to be very consistent. Plus, you can also play other engines such as the Brilliant engine to gain additional normal summons. You could play the you could play Exodius as well, actually, now that I think about it, to just be like, oh, I've used all my extra deck up, I can recycle this. The deck has protection against Raigeki, thanks to Ib. Oh, Ib's pointing to 2 Firewall Dragons? Ib to Grave, protect Firewall Dragons? Also, you could have a soft lock of double Ib, where your opponent can't kill Ib in any way, shape, or form. Like, literally, the deck has so many different plays that it's actually insane. So, the deck has a lot of different combos and a lot of different plays. Plus, you can play Ferret if you wanted to, which would also just boost the advantage as well in a late game situation, I think. Also, because of it, you could play Emergency Rescue, the Emergency Rescue card, which will give you the ability to search out a rabbit easily as well. If you have less life points as well, of course, so you'd have to probably upstart or something, just so you could decrease your life points slightly. Actually, no, there's also the Venus combo, where you can decrease your life points anyway, so you can summon multiple Shine Balls, then go into an Imduct, do the combo, and then you could also Emergency Rescue to search a Rescue Ferret or a Rescue Rabbit. So you have a lot of ways to actually decrease your own life points to get into these combos to actually search out these really good cards. So there is a lot of different ways to play this deck, and I really do feel like, because of all these different combos, all these different plays, World Chalice really do deserve the spot of number 3, because they have all these different sort of abilities and all of these different combos, plus the ability to make like triple firewall or double firewall and then extra link on top of that. It's just very, very powerful. Just being able to get rid of opponent's board, compulse stuff from the graveyard, compulse monsters your opponent controls, summon more when a monster it points to leaves the board. It's just very good in my opinion, and it does deserve the spot of number 3 on this list. So yeah, number 3 goes to World Chalice just because of the extra link and all the different combos the deck actually has. And I feel like it's going to be a very competitive deck going on into the future now. So at number 3 is World Chalice. Let's go on to number 2. So at number 2. Now, number 2, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone on this list. It really shouldn't. Number 2 is very obvious. It's ABC. ABC, yes. ABC easily gets the number 2 spot. Just because of the ABC Dragon Buster in general, its recyclability, its ability to work with links so well that you really don't give a damn what your opponent has. Like, and also in Circuit Break, they'll be getting a new card. Well, they won't be getting a new card specifically for them, but they'll be getting the new Necro Dragon thing, which can be sent to graveyard with a Dragon Ravine or a Foolish Burial or anything like that, and then just make an instant Ancient Fairy Dragon. So that's going to be very good. And also they have easy link combos, which is easy as well. So ABC really are a very good deck in this format, and they do deserve the number 2 spot, but there's also more reasons why. They can easily gain all their abilities through a link summon with Decode Talker. They can also utilize other things such as set rotation. Sorry. They can also utilize cards as set rotation to give your opponent a dead field spell, and you use your Union Hanger, so you can gain Union Hanger and a useless field spell, which is very, very good. Also, you're gaining multiple advantages. You can use gadgets to gain more advantage. Like, even though the link mechanic has sort of hindered them from not being able to make multiple Dragon Buster turn 1, they are still going to be a very good deck because they can still utilize all these different combos. So ABC, like, you can make double ABC Dragon Buster easy turn 1 through the Necro combo, which comes out in the Circuit Break. But before that, you also have combos such as the Gadget combo, which just allows you to make multiple monsters. You have the C, you have ABC Dragon Buster. You can get C onto the board. You can make ABC Dragon Buster very, very easily in this deck. Through like Foolish Burial, Soul Charger as well is a very good card in this deck. Plus, the deck doesn't really lose to Reaper anymore because we've got free Burial back. So if your opponent, well, actually no, we still got the pot of the pot card, the Pot of Adversity, I think it was called here. And that card will just easily just shuffle away your free ABC Dragon Buster and then give you a draw. So yeah, you won't lose to Ash as easy anymore. So that's still a very good card in general. But yeah, ABC Dragon Buster, ABCs, like, I really don't have anything to say. Like, they can also run multiple trap cards, such as Strike. They can run Strike, Warnings, any Floodgates. They can run Imperial Order, surprisingly, which is a very annoying card. They can run all these different cards. Like, literally, they have so many different combos, and it just makes sense for them to be at number 2. I know I'm not really explaining myself too well, guys, but it's just true. Like, ABC is a very helmet-y deck, and it really is going to be the second best deck just because of that. Just via the combos that everybody's made with, such as the Ancient Fairy combo, which allows them to search another Union Hanger, gain an additional summon, and get further into the ABC Dragon Buster, then Decode Talker. Plus, being able to make Decode Talker, gaining all the ABC effects from making Decode Talker is just insane in general as well. So, yeah, if you guys are going to be playing ABC, it's definitely the second best deck in my opinion, just because of it's got ABC Dragon Buster, a very degenerate monster in my opinion, where it can just dodge anything, just banish any card on the field, and then just gain more resources. And yeah, like, I don't really have much to say about it because it's just my pure opinion that ABCs are definitely going to be the second best deck. They have a lot of different plays, they have a lot of different combos, plus they can make Buster very easily, and Decode is just so good for them. It doesn't really make any sense, but it's true. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry for not really explaining number 2 very well, but with all the combos ABC has, they are definitely going to be the second best deck. So yeah, now that we're done with ABCs, let's move on to number 1. So at number 1, yes, number 1, we have reached this point through these other 4 decks that aren't really the best decks, but are still very good decks. Now, this deck I am talking about is Magicians. Magicians is the number 1 best deck. Yes, in my opinion, Pendulum Magicians are definitely the number 1 best deck. They have just so much things they can do. They literally have so many different plays. Like, Pendulum Magicians in a whole, they are just going to be an amazing deck in general this format. They're a deck that could easily compete with ABC and Zodiacs. They could easily compete with True Draco fairly easily, and they can even compete with Dinos very easily as well, which I feel like just gives them an even more reason to be the #1 best deck. And also, there's other things that the deck can do. The deck can still pendulum summon multiple monsters from the hand, such as Harmonizing and all these others. And even with the 1 extra monster zone, where you can only pendulum summon 1 from the extra deck, that doesn't really matter, because you can also use Oath Dragon's effect, which Oath Dragon will then just recycle 1 from the extra deck and give you more monsters to pendulum summon. So there's still that. And also, the deck has also a lot of consistency, in my opinion, through cards such as Duelist Alliance, which will allow you to search any pendulum card, be that Time Pendulum Graph, be that Star Pendulum Graph, be that Pendulum Call, be that Double Iris Magician. Like, you can search a ton of different stuff. And also, you also have Pendulum, you have a Star Pendulum Graph as well, as I said, which is whenever a magician leaves the field, you will be able to search another magician. And what magician likes to leave the field the most? Wisdom Eye. So you're going to be gaining tons of advantage through Wisdom Eye and Star as well, which will also be doing that. And also, being able to search Pendulum Call is very good as well. Being able to just search your scales and be immune to destruction is a very good thing as well. Like, there's just so much advantage in the deck. There's just so much consistency in the deck. Plus, we have triple Skull Crobat Joker, which will just give you even more searchability. We also have stuff like Harmonizing Magician, which will give you an instant Xyz Synchro or instant Xyz Pendulum. Xyz Synchro Fusion or Link, which is very good. And through all of these reasons, like, it just makes sense for Magicians to be the best deck. Like, seriously. Magicians are one of the most powerful decks. They also have super good extra deck support, such as Supreme King Dark Rebellion, which is an easy 4K damage on your opponent. We have the We have the Supreme King Clearwing, which is just a Raigeki on legs. We have the Time Star Pendulum Graph, Time Star Magician, which will allow you to search anything. Plus, they can just do every summoning method in the game, which is also very, very reliable as well. So, for all of these reasons, I really just think Magicians are the best, because they have so much advantage. Plus, we just got Wavering Eyes back to 3 on the list, so that brings back a lot of plays as well in the deck. So that just makes it even more reason for Magicians to be the best deck in this format. But yeah, guys, that's my personal opinion. All these 5 decks are my personal opinion. Tell me what you think of these 5 decks as well. Tell me if you think any of these 5 decks should be different. Tell me if your list would be different. Tell me if your opinion is different. Personally, I feel like all these 5 decks are in the right order, as in Draco #5, Light Swan #4, World Chalice #3, ABC #2, and then Magicians #1, just because of how consistent, how many plays. Plus, it has the best trap card in the game, guys. I can't stress that enough. Just being able to target random card, my card wasn't destroyed, and send any card on your board to the graveyard. Just amazing, guys. Just amazing, seriously. But yeah, guys, that's all my personal opinion. Tell me what you think of this opinion in the comment section below. Tell me if your list would be different. Tell me if your list is the same. Tell me if you change anything on this list. Tell me, just have a discussion with me about this list, because I like to have discussions with you guys as well in the comment section below. Always replying to comments as long as they're, about the video. If they're just something stupid, I won't reply. Such as, oh, do you want to use ad-free music in your video? I hate those comments. They just get deleted. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Tell me what your opinions are in the comment section below. And as always, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yugioh videos. Press the notification button to be notified of future Yugioh videos. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I just said that. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Roll that one. Signing out. These are the top 5 decks. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more Yugioh videos, and check out the links in the description for the previous video, and the link to my Facebook page where you can see previous videos that I've posted there, and any other information that I may have posted there. I hope to see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.